Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine at home. So students, today we are going to learn about verbs. So students, I have come with the second chapter of English grammar, that is verbs. So first you see the diagram here. Verb has its two parts: finite verbs, non-finite verbs. Finite verbs have three parts: principal verb, main verb, linking verb. Principal verb or main verb, then linking verb, then auxiliary verb. So these three parts are included in the finite verbs. Now non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs also have three parts: infinitives, gerund and participle. Now what is verb? Verbs are doing words. A verb shows an action. A verb always has a subject. Again I am saying, verbs are doing words. A verb shows an action. A verb always has a subject. For example, you can see here, Rabi was going to school. Shreyan speaks English. Mrinal plays football every day. Here was going is verb, speaks is verb and plays is verb. Now coming to the next question, how many kinds of verbs are there? Define each of them. So kinds of verbs: finite verbs and non-finite verbs. First, finite verbs we will discuss. A finite verb is the verb that changes its forms according to the tense, present and past of the sentence, the number and person of the subject. Again I am repeating, a finite verb is the verb that changes its forms according to the tense, whether it is present or past of the sentence, the number and person of the subject. So I have given some examples here. I play football every day. He plays football every day. We play football every day. So here the verb play has been changed according to the person. With the first person I have written play. With the third person singular number he, I have written plays. With the first person we, I have written play. So after this, he runs a mile every day. He ran a mile yesterday. So here difference of time or tense you can say has been shown. So runs, that means it is a habit of him. That's why I have written he runs a mile every day. He ran a mile yesterday. That means already he ran and he is not going to run today or tomorrow. So it has happened. It happened. That's why I have written yesterday and that's why I have written here ran. Now after this, three parts of finite verbs. First, principal verb or main verb. A principal verb is the verb that provides information and is used to express action. Again I am repeating, a principal verb is the verb that provides information and is used to express action. It functions as the main verb of the sentence or a clause. For example, he gave me a book. I went to her house yesterday. I go to school every day. Here gave, went and go are the principal verbs. Now linking verbs. A linking verb connects the subject of the sentence to a word, which is subjective complement, or a phrase and gives information about the subject. For example, they are children. I am a student. You are a good girl. She seems tired. Here are, am, are, seems. These words or these verbs are connecting the subjects with another words. Now some linking verbs. Be. All the be verbs are linking verbs, that is am, is, are, was, were. Become, look, seem, grow, taste, appear, etc. Some of the linking verbs I have mentioned here. Many more are there. Number C. Auxiliary verb or helping verb. Auxiliary verbs are the verbs that are used to help the main verb to express its meaning. Again I am repeating, auxiliary verbs are the verbs that are used to help the main verb to express its meaning in accordance with tense or mood. So auxiliary verb has two kinds: primary auxiliary and modal auxiliary. Primary auxiliary has all the be verbs am, is, are, was, were, all the do verbs do, does, did, all the have verbs have, has, have, had. Now modal auxiliary: can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, ought to, need, used to, dare. These are modal auxiliaries. So here I have given some examples. You can see he is a good person. Here is is the auxiliary verb. Ria should apologize for her mistake. Should is the auxiliary verb. Ritu was a good student. Here was is the auxiliary verb. Now non-finite verbs. Non-finite verbs do not change according to the person of the subject. For example, I like to go there. He likes to go there. So here non-finite verb is go in the two sentences, and it has not been changed according to the person of the subject. Now it has three parts. Infinitives first. An infinitive is a verb form that acts as a noun, an adjective or an adverb. Again I am repeating, an infinitive is a verb form that acts as a noun, an adjective or an adverb in a sentence. It is formed with 2 plus base form of the verb. It is formed with 2 plus base form of the verb. Now for example, I like to go play cricket. He likes to play cricket. Here, so you can see here, as I have written, it is formed with 2 plus base form of the verb. So here I like to play cricket. To play is the infinitive. He likes to play cricket. To play is the infinitive, and it has not been changed according to the person. Now gerund. Gerund is the word that is formed with a verb. Again I am repeating, a gerund is the word that is formed with a verb by adding ing and acts as a noun. For example, swimming is a good exercise. So here swimming is the gerund, and you can see swim is the verb, and by adding ing I have written swimming, and it is acting as noun in this sentence. So swimming is a good exercise. Here swimming is gerund. Walking is good for health. Similarly, walking is gerund. Coming to the next, participle. A participle is a word that is used. A participle is a word that is used or that is formed from a verb and acts as verb, an adjective and an adverb. Again I am repeating, a participle is a word that is formed from a verb and acts as verb, an adjective and an adverb. There are three types of participles. You can see present participle. Present participle means base form of the verb plus ing. For example, I saw a talking toy. He has a moving car. Here talk is the base form of the verb, then ing I have added, so talking. Next, move is the base form of the verb, then ing I have added, so moving. So next, past participle, third form of the verb. So here there is a broken chair in my house. It is a rotten fish. So here broken, it is the third form of the verb. We all know break, broke, broken. Now similarly it is a rotten fish. Rotten, it is the third form of the verb. Now perfect participle, having plus third form of the verb. So here I have given one example, having taken food he went away. So it is the perfect participle. So here I am ending this chapter. I hope you all have understood verb.